So, thank you. Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie, and I'm also on Instagram, Stephlies, STEPHFLIES. So you can add me up, and we can chat more. Moving on to our topic for the day, women empowerment. In my earlier video, I had defined the meaning of empowerment according to Google. Now I want to talk about we're in the heat of the elections, so in between state elections and state elections, governorship, and down to state assemblies. So we just had a presidential election, so today is March 12th. So it's a good day to talk about people's manifestos. So in talking about our manifestos, I want to talk about women empowerment because it's dear to my heart because I have been in this. I came from a family of very strong women, not having much, but very strong. And women empowerment is what I would like to push on. So today, talking about women, there has not really been much done in times past till now. I have not really seen much done. And hopefully I get to see, good things happen in the future. But that would not happen if we don't ask persons who are running for presidential seats, persons who are running for governorship seats. Sir, with all due respect, people like me are usually at the back of the lines. People like me are usually always listening and taking notes if we get privileged enough to listen. People like me, some of us did not even have TVs when a lot of people were in power. And through a friend or family member, somehow we got to, watch these things. But now we're privileged that we can have television so we can look at it live. So not crying about being poor or being rich. My question now is, what is your plan for women empowerment? What are your plans for women and their children? They say to train a child is to train a nation. To help a woman is to help a nation. So what happens next for women? What is that? What is the next thing you're planning for people that look like me? Are you planning to have free schools? Are you planning to use school buses? I had touched on that in my other video. Are you planning to have free meals in between? No rice woman. No ice cream man. Ice cream man will be supplying to everybody. Not the privilege to be using ice cream. If you don't want ice cream, it's fine. If they say ice cream twice a day, it's important to me. It starts esteem. Your friends have, you don't have, you're feeling somehow. I don't know about you. School bus, I will not wait. Your parents come. Your parents cannot come. We cannot make it. So it's a problem. Those children have enough things to worry about. Children should not be worried. As a child, that's not my job to worry about what adults should be able to plan or should have put in place. It's not my job. I didn't ask to be born. I have things. This is my future. I have to plan. I have to read. I have important things to do. That's an adult problem. I know that some of them are just to be told what to do. I just sit here and sit there. But their time has come where some of us that were children are not adults. So we need to be parts. We need to ask these questions. The ice cream man that comes, is he going to supply everybody? Do we have a contract with them to supply everybody? Maybe not every day, maybe twice a week. Maybe everybody has a week card. The food, the rice woman that comes, is she going to serve all of us? Those are the questions I like to ask. My books, are they going to be free? Are they going to stop me in the morning for school fees? Say, when term is resuming, say, school fees, so January, is my school going to be free? I know they're going to be private schools, but are they going to be standard good schools? Not the kind of schools where we trek to school or we use rubber slippers. I don't want that. I'm not speaking on behalf of what someone told me. I'm telling what I went through. So, are we going to have that? So, Mr. President, sir, Mr. Governor, sir, I like to ask those questions. What are the plans for women and their children? For me, when a woman is pregnant, is she going to have free health care? Because by virtue of the child in her stomach, she has free health care for mother and child. The child should be a blessing. Free health care when a woman gives birth. What about like America now? They have week programs. They have programs for women. You see them. They have programs that they're able to have women come in maybe every 3 months. Go to a particular office, and they're able to sign some papers, and they change the food every 3 months. So I think every 3 months they're entitled to some kind of food: milk, eggs, bread. Some even have it like milk with a non-fattening milk. It doesn't even matter. What are we what are we doing? In Nigeria, we're going to change it to rice. Say we're going to have people package 3 kg rice. Yeah, say that's what we have for them every 3 months. It's okay. We don't have to give them every month. But I'm just saying every 3 months, every 6 weeks. Yeah, some people every 6 weeks they come in there and they change their food. Are we going to have it for women? Say once you give birth, you come in here, this is the office, so some people wait for like 3 4 hours. It's okay. Everybody has your day. You come in, you set an appointment online, you come in and you are able to wait and collect your food. They will give you a paper. That paper you can go to any store, any standard supermarket, which should be registered with them. And they have specified food that you see that labeling. It's usually a brown paper, a brown sticker. They put it there. So you go and collect your week food. So you have all kinds of bread. Maybe you have Mike bread, you have John's bread, you have Unamdi's bread. So maybe say Unamdi's bread, buttered bread is yours, or Unamdi's wheat bread. But they're giving you free food. Is there something like that? So if my sister is pregnant now, maybe she doesn't happen to have money, or have some of us can relate, even if we are rich. Now things are better. We have a sister or brother who is somewhere back home, or a cousin. So that we benefit from this. What are they? Is that in place? I would like to know what has been put in place for the average Nigerian. For the average Nigerian who has to buy fuel now for 650 a litre. So if I cannot, how am I, people who are struggling to buy fuel in their car? My question now is, what happens to their own children? People who are struggling to buy food, they have to now choose between you have to forego an alternative kind of and say, oh no, this is more important than the other. You have to put it in the hierarchy of wants rather. So my question now is what now happens to those children? Are they going to be the last on the line? Are we going to have free healthcare? Because their life is hard in Africa, in developing countries like Africa. Oh yes, we have the resources, but we don't know how to manage it. So what do we have in place for people like that? What do we have in place for women for their healthcare from the day they get pregnant, the day woman misses her period, to the day she gives birth, to that miracle? Is it free? Does the child get free health care? Say till he's 5 years old. After that, his immunization, everything, all his visits are free. They are free, and the hospitals are not substandard. When my sister gave birth, I've been in a hospital in Nigeria, and premature kids, like intensive care, that's children who really need support for children. They had to share oxygen. The children had to share oxygen. Do you understand? They had to share oxygen. 30 minutes. I think my sister's friend's child there who died too. She died. They didn't have the facility to manage her. She would have been my sister's child's age. So my question now is, what happens to women and their children, people who are just born, who can make decisions, who can speak up for themselves? What happens? How are you going to improve life for them? Not those who are already here who want to hit $1 billion with oil and things like that. It's cool, beautiful. What happens to people like me? Thank you.